In Suge's podcast, he talks about Jimmy Iovine telling him that Afeni and a bunch of guys with guns came to him to get 2Pac's masters back. Can you speak on that story and what your thoughts were when you heard Suge say it?
I just laugh. I just laugh. That's Suge. That's Mr. Knight. And his salt and pepper. You remember I tell you how Mr. Knight do salt and pepper? That's one of his salt and pepper stories. Some truth to it. Not the, of course, not Miss Afeni and them showing up with no guys with guns and all of that. That's all. That ain't salt and pepper. That's fucking hot sauce. So that's a major sauce, major lie going on. But I'll tell y'all the story. Yeah, we allow, as I told y'all in the episode previously, how we, on the settlement agreement, we allowed them to have the reels, Interscope. They were like the escrow company. They were the ones that we both sides supposedly trust, and we allowed them to hold the reels. And so it was supposed to have been put into a neutral location where Death Row couldn't touch the reels without approval from the estate, and the estate couldn't touch the reels without approval for Death Row. And so I got word from actually Crooked Eye, Darren Vega, and Jim Giddens. They created a group called Seven something. They was some producer group that they made. Triple Seven? Yeah. All right. So anyway, they created this production group or producer group, and they went in there and was working on a song, and they came back and told me, yeah, Reg, we did 2 songs on there, and I was like, wait a minute. No, I told y'all, anybody that's gonna be on there, y'all signing that money over to Big Simon. Yeah, Big Simon Music Publishing is the one that's doing that. If y'all notice anybody else on there, that's what was the production company until the end of time. They was like, no, we went in there, Molly let us listen to it and all of that. I was like, Molly? What? What y'all talking about? So that's when I find out that they allowed Amaru, Molly and them, going in there, getting reels without us knowing about it. So of course I go and tell Suge. Suge was like, all right. So we called up there and screamed and hollered and all of that. And as they always do, Jimmy does, Holly solve problems, is Jimmy cut checks. He cut a check to make us go away. But in Suge's defense, he's actually 100% correct. They were not supposed to touch that music without his authorization, or me, who was, quasi running things for him. But trust me, y'all right. I didn't make no decisions or no major decisions like that without going and running it by him. And so that's what happened. Afeni didn't bring no Black Panthers or no guys up there to rob Interscope. At Interscope, okay, so Interscope, anybody ever been to Interscope Records? So now they got a vault up there with all the masters and stuff. That's what I be saying. Y'all be listening to this shit that's out. I'll be like, so all 2Pac reels, all those reels are setting up at Interscope Records? Come on, y'all. Well, y'all done heard about where they kept them after we got all involved in it, because they allegedly got burnt up in a storage, a facility, right? But even back then, they were still at an archive. I don't even think they were at Pacific Archives anymore. I don't know. That's one thing I never knew where they were at, because Butch Small was the person. I'll be like, hey, we need these songs, Daz or whoever want these songs. Have them at the studio. We at Soundtracks, or we at Paramount, or we at whatever studio today, have them shipped up there or bring them up there. And so Suge's been factual about they touched the reels and was messing with the reels without our permission, but Afeni did not come up there with no armed guys and rob. And number one, or number two, and more importantly, if they would have came up there, it would have been, all right, well, it would have been more of a kidnap because he would have had to go and take somebody to the archives to get them, or it would have made them stay there. And trust me, if that would happen to those white folks, it would have been in the media. And Suge would have been suing. Suge, that's all we would have did was like, we would have sued the shit out of them back then. Y'all wouldn't have been hearing about no story like that in 2023. But that's where I messed up because I don't know if I'm supposed to be loyal to the truth or loyal to Suge on stories like this that I'm correcting. Starting to battle with myself about that. Yeah.